Okay, hello and welcome everyone to the Weekend Preview. Today is Sunday, August 24th, 2014. And what a freaking week we have ahead of us, everyone, because it is officially, as of this Tuesday, the beginning of the hardcore gaming season of 2014. We are hitting the ground with the wheels already running, just hitting the ground running. I said that completely wrong. We're peeling out. We're moving full speed ahead. Wait till you hear all the stuff that we've got to do this week. And we've got some bonus stuff that has been kind of brewing that I'm going to be doing this week. I just want to warn you guys, is actually going to be a little bit different than a standard week that I do. There's going to be a few things shifted around, some things not happening, some things are going to be happening. Due to the sheer amount of gaming releases this week, I have to adjust things around because of that, all right? So bear with me. This is going to undoubtedly be a long weekend preview because there's so much going on. So, let's get started. First of all, today I did Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter 4 on stream. Saucy Street Fighter Sunday, by the way. I made a new pot of my Italian sauce, which was actually better than last week's. And not last week's, last time's. And I played with Rose and M. Bison. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I expected fully that because Rose, I've almost never seriously played with in Street Fighter 4, and Bison I haven't really touched since Vanilla, and I wasn't very good with him in Vanilla anyway, I expected I was going to get bodied. I did get bodied, but I actually didn't do as bad as I thought I was going to do. In fact, I went on win streaks with both characters, and both characters I ended up with winning records, which blew my freaking mind. You got to see some of these matches. I say this every week, oh, it's the best week. This week, in particular, had some nail-biting, crazy matches that came down to the wire. Some I won, some I lost. It was a really great stream. So if you didn't have an opportunity to watch it on stream, I definitely recommend you check out the videos, which already the first 10 matches of each character are live on DSP Gaming, and there will be 5 or so more Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week going live on DSP Gaming in the morning as well. Surprisingly enough, not a lot of rage. 2 weeks in a row now, I've been having a lot of fun. It seems that I've played enough now that the matches I'm getting are against better players. And even though there is lag, the lag for the most part isn't horrendous. There was in a couple matches, but for the most part, it's not just god-awful. Check out the matches. They're really good, okay? Tonight I'm doing the weekend preview, obviously, duh, but there's going to be no second gameplay stream today. So let's talk about tomorrow. Well, actually, hold on. Tonight, after the weekend preview is over, I'm going to upload Tales of Exilia 2. Yesterday's stream videos are going to go live tonight, so that way they'll all be live and you can watch and catch up if you'd like for the stream tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, we're going to have 2 streams again. What streams are and what order they are is going to be dependent on one critical thing. At what time does my Nintendo 3DS capture system show up? And what I mean by that is I was supposed to get it on Friday, but they came at like 10 in the morning when I was asleep. So I woke up, I ran downstairs. As I opened up the front door, the guy was driving away, and it's signature required for this thing. So I'm like, oh. So this time I signed the slip that gives him permission to just leave the package without a signature. So regardless of if I get to the door or not tomorrow, I'm still going to hopefully get my 3DS capture system. So if I get it earlier on in the morning, let's say it comes at like 10:30, well, guess what? Then maybe I will be doing 3DS messing around with it on first stream. We'll be doing maybe some Zelda, some Tomodachi Life, some, what's the other games I have? Luigi's Mansion. I have a bunch of stuff for 3DS that I never get a chance to play, so maybe this will be the opportunity for me to actually boot those up and see how they look on stream, and obviously I'll be recapturing that to show you guys as like a demo of what upcoming 3DS gameplay is going to look like. So it all depends on the arrival of the capture device. If it shows up early, we'll do it first stream. If it shows up late, we'll do it second stream. And then obviously Tales of Exilia 2 will be the flip side of that. Either if it's I do it early because I didn't get the capture device, or I'll do it on second stream if I got the capture device, okay? So that's how we're going to tackle tomorrow's content. And also, I want to let everyone know, I do have a few more meal vlogs saved up. I haven't done meal vlogs in a while now because you guys are getting bored of them. And I also have a new hamster vlog. So all that will be uploading over the course of this week to my YouTube vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs. But now, let's get past all that, because let's face it, no one really cares. Everyone wants to know about Tuesday. Tuesday is a huge new release day. Oh my god, waving my arms around like Kermit the Frog, flailing. Oh, yay! There's so much going on, and finally, after a relatively dead summer, we've got great new content coming out this Tuesday. So let's talk about it. First of all, retail release. The new Madden comes out on Tuesday. From everything I've been hearing, they actually improved the damn game. They put new stuff in it. There's a career mode in it, similar to the career modes that I played in the other EA Sports games this past year. And I'm very excited to check that out and to see how I can do in it, okay? That's going to be the only retail release for Tuesday. But there's 3, count them, 3 downloadable titles coming out on Tuesday. I know, it blows your mind, right? Number 1, certainly probably the biggest one of the week, the one that everyone's going to want to see, the epic conclusion to Season 2 of the Walking Dead episodic video game from Telltale Games. I'm so looking forward to seeing how is this going to end after the crazy ending, cliffhanger ending of the last episode, and no preview of this final one. What's going to happen? I'm just exploding out of my love seat here, wanting to know what's going to happen in this thing, so I'm very excited for that. That's going to be the first downloadable title this week. The second downloadable title, Infamous First Light. It's basically a standalone DLC to the infamous Second Son game from much earlier this year, back in March, starring the girl whose name I already forgot, but she's the girl who controls light and can run at the speed of light. That looks really interesting, and I'm very much looking forward to checking that out. And then, of course, last but not least, the Dark Souls 2's second DLC. I think it's Crown of the Iron King it's called this time, or something like that. I could be wrong. But you saw how crazy the last one was. Now we're going to be doing it all again with the second DLC, and I'm very excited to be checking this out. And that's a lot of content. Let's face it, a retail game and 3 downloadable releases that we don't even know. If you remember, it took me over 2 streams to beat the Dark Souls 2 DLC. I have no idea how long this infamous First Light DLC is going to be. And of course, we all know that The Walking Dead is probably going to be a solid hour and a half to 2 hours of gameplay. And I didn't even touch Madden yet, right? Holy freaking shit. And that's not all, ladies and gentlemen, because later this week, on Friday, which I'm not going to be playing it on Friday, but I'll explain to you, releasing this weekend, Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright on the Nintendo 3DS. Why am I waving my hands around like this? I don't know. I'm obviously excited about this week. And I'll be able to play this game because I will have a 3DS capture setup. Yes! 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 I'm losing my mind today. I don't know what's going on, but you can tell I'm in a good mood, right? I'm excited for this week. So yeah. So all that's happening this week. So, however, there's a few things going on this week that are different than the norm. I want to explain to you what those are so you know what to expect. I want to tell you how I'm going to be rearranging certain things, okay? So first of all, due to the sheer number of games coming out this week, and that is officially the beginning of the hardcore gaming season, and we're going to be so ridiculously busy with new games, I am not going to be doing any vlog-style show this Thursday. I know that typically on Thursdays, I either do, say, Hate Live, my podcast, or I'll do Ask the King, and I'll answer fan mail. This week, we're taking exception because there's so much going on. I know that I'll probably take too much time to take out an entire stream to do one, so no vlog-style show this Thursday. It's going to be all pure gameplay. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you're going to see, boom, 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 3 days of 2 solid gameplay streams. You may be saying, okay, Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, what about Friday? Why are you mentioning not Friday? Like, what happens Friday? Well, Friday is Leanna's birthday. I'm pointing to her office over there. So, Leanna and I are going to be taking a personal day where we will not be live streaming. We'll be going into the city of Seattle for the first time since we've lived here. We're leaving our home and going deep into Seattle to celebrate. And we're probably going to be going to maybe the zoo and maybe look around and do some local sightseeing. And then we're going to go to a nice dinner. And we're going to be vlogging that whole thing. Now, I know that usually when we do stuff like this, you go to a zoo, we would vlog 20, 30 videos, and I would upload them all in one day. I don't know if I want to do that this time around, because every time I do that, those videos get lower views because people say, man, you uploaded like 30 videos to your vlogging channel, dude. Like, you know, that's way too much. So maybe what I'll do is I'll spread them out so that over the course of several days, you'll see those vlogs, and that way you're not just, wow, boom, 50 fucking videos all at once. You'll be able to watch them casually over the next couple of weeks. And that way I can actually mix it in for variety's sake with meal vlogs, with hamster vlogs, with all kinds of vlogs. So you'll have a wide variety of vlogs over on the King of Hate Vlogs, okay? That's what I'm thinking of doing. So, that's this Friday, taking the whole day off from streaming because we need to, because it's Leanna's birthday, and we always celebrate her birthday, okay? Typically, we go on vacation this time, but since we moved, we don't have money for vacation. We're just going into the city for one day. What does this mean for the weekend? This means that I'm shifting some stuff around, all right? So, Saturday, there will be one main stream. The one main stream on Saturday is going to be Professor Fit Layton versus DSII. I'm going to go pick up the game Saturday morning because I won't be around here Friday to pick it up. And that's going to be all Saturday's stream was going to be that game, okay? And then Sunday is going to be totally different. Sunday is not going to be like a normal Sunday at all because I've decided that this week, because it's such a crazy week, there will be no Street Fighter on Sunday. And I know people already, oh no, Phil, no, you just started playing a month and a half ago. We're so used to it now. We love to return to Street Fighter. You can't give up Street Fighter. Don't stop playing Street Fighter, Phil, no. Don't worry. Street Fighter will stick around. Street Fighter is going to come back just for this week because there's so much content in a short period of time. Street Fighter is going to go on hiatus, and so Sunday and Monday are going to be like 2 typical days where I do 2 gameplay streams, and I'm going to also squeeze in the weekend preview either Sunday or Monday, depending on what day I can squeeze it in between all that gameplay, okay? So, pretty crazy, right? That's pretty nuts to think that that much is going on in that short period of time. Now, keep in mind, there's a few things, elephants in the room that we need to address. Number one, obviously, there's no way I'm going to beat Tales of Exilia with one more stream. Tales of Exilia 2 is an incredibly long game, just like the first one. Does this mean that Tales of Exilia 2 is now permanently on hiatus and I'm never getting back to it? No. I will be resuming Tales of Exilia 2 during the month of September when all this dies down and when I start to run out of new content. Because even though there is new content for the whole month of September, there are 1 or 2 weeks when there's really only 1 or 2 new games. And so I'll be able to balance it in with that, okay? So don't worry, Tales of Exilia 2 is going to go on hiatus, but it's coming back within a couple weeks. It's not going to be, like, gone forever, all right? That's number one. Number two, you might be saying, damn, Phil, even with the stuff that you just mentioned, how are you going to beat all that in the week? And the answer is, I'm not. There's absolutely no way I'm going to play a ton of Madden. I'm going to beat the infamous First Light DLC. I'm going to beat the Dark Souls 2 DLC. I'm going to play The Walking Dead's final episode. And I'm going to beat Professor Layton versus DSII before next week. Physically impossible. If I played non-stop, I probably still wouldn't do it. I'd die. I'd just die here from exhaustion. So, what I'm going to do is do as much as I can every single day. Alright? And then when we get to next week, we've got The Sims 4. That's the one real major release for next week is The Sims 4. Now, keep in mind, there's other stuff. There is some Sherlock Holmes game, and there's just this week, too, there's a Metro 2033 HD re-release on PS4. It runs at like 1080p, 60 frames per second. There's potential that there's other projects that I could do, but I want to get everything from this week done first, and then I want to go to Tales of Exilia before I start to, I'm going to take on Sherlock Holmes and all this. No, I'd rather say let's do Sims 4 that week and then balance it out with all the other stuff from this week that I haven't beaten yet. And then when we get further into the month, then we can see if we have time to do other stuff. The good news about all this, the good news, short and sweet here, is that there's so much new content, I can't even handle it all, and the month of September is going to be over-encumbered with brand new games. This is something we've all been waiting for how many months? We want new games. Finally, the new games are coming. So, no worries if you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Geez, I'm really bored. Phil's playing old games. I don't like old games. I can't wait to see Phil play the new games. I'm going to be playing the new games starting this week all the way through the entire Hardcore Gaming season. That's the good news. The bad news of all this, of course, is that unfortunately I know there's going to be people that are loving the Tales of Exilia playthrough. You want to see it continue immediately. Unfortunately, that's going to have to go on the back burner. Undoubtedly, there's going to be stuff like, maybe Professor Layton versus DSII or the Dark Souls 2 DLC or something that people want to see the end right away, and I'm not going to be able to get to it right away, all right? And the other one big thing that I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed about, I'm disappointed about it, all right, is I did, during this summer of, catch-ups, dead summer where I was doing all downtime stuff, I did want to do Yakuza 4. Unfortunately, at this point, time has run out. As you've seen, we have no more time to be doing filler games and starting new filler games. There's no filler time anymore. We're going to have stuff on the back burner that I didn't even get to from this week. So unfortunately, Yakuza 4 looks like it's not going to be happening anytime soon. Now, what I will promise you is this, because I know a lot of you were looking forward to it. I even a ton of people made fan art for it. And now I'm not playing it. I know, oh god, that's bullshit, that sucks. People all flipping out, oh, it's not fair. I am going to be playing it the next time that there is downtime. So whenever that may be, whether it's December, if it's a slow December, whether it's January, if there's no new releases, whenever the next downtime is, my first downtime game coming up will be Yakuza 4. So don't think, oh, darn, Phil's now, oh, it's on the back burner for another 4 years. No, I will be playing it the next time there's downtime. I promise you that, okay? So, I'm sorry about that, you know? I'm sorry about that, but the next time, and then of course the other thing, a lot of people are like, well, Phil, you just played Vice City Stories, we loved the playthrough, what about Liberty City Stories? You never played that, you mentioned you might play that. No, unfortunately, I'm not going to get to that right now either. That's another one that I could do in the future. Same with Resident Evil 3, same with Jack 3, same with Ratchet & Clank 3, same with 3, everything is 3. All those I'll have to play at a future date, alright? So, this is it. The summer of downtime is over. I know for a lot of you might be saying, oh, God, finally. And some of you might be saying, what summer of downtime? I haven't been around for a while because I've been waiting for new games to come out. I know. A lot of people did that. They basically said, I'm not going to watch Phil's content until the new stuff comes out, and then that's what Phil's known for, playing the new releases, and there haven't been any real new releases. So, whew, we're finally there. I thank you guys for being patient. I thank you guys for sticking with me during the summer, even when there wasn't a heck of a lot going on. Now we're officially going full speed ahead into the hardcore gaming season. I'm very, very excited for this. Now, one final thing, and then we'll wrap it up, because it's already going long, and I've got stuff to do tonight. Uploading videos, primarily. The hardcore gaming season giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you might not know what I'm talking about. The Hardcore Gaming Season Giveaway is a contest that I do during the Hardcore Gaming Season. Typically, I start it sometime in September. And every week what we do is we have a drawing where people post up on the forums. There's a random drawing and you win something. Some of them has been games. Some of it has been swag. Some of it has been different things. Like lots of different things that I've given away. I need to dig deep into my stuff here and see exactly what it is that I have that's game-wise and stuff that I can give away, okay? I have a bunch. I do have a bunch. Like, for example, I just played Vice City Stories. Well, guess what? I have Vice City Stories on PS2. I don't need it anymore. I already played the game and beat it. So that's something I can give away. That kind of stuff. There's going to be stuff, undoubtedly, that I'm going to be looking around and saying, oh, I can give that away. I can give that away. In addition, it's not just going to be games this year because I actually have a nook full of crap. I have a freaking Yoshi figurine. I've got stuffed animals. I've got all kinds of stuff that I could easily give stuff away. And I'm thinking that some of that stuff may be included in the giveaway this year, rather than it just sitting there taking up room. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking, oh, I'm going to give away a giant $400 statue that I bought. No, that I'm probably going to put on eBay and try to make my money back on. But smaller things, I may be giving them away, okay? So, it will be coming soon. It will be coming soon. But I don't want to promise you guys anything yet because right now I know this week I'm going to be so slammed between all the new games coming out, Leanna's holiday celebration with her birthday coming up and everything. I'm going to be so slammed this week, and I'm going to apologize in advance to all of you. If you tweet me, if you message me, you email me, you're trying to contact me, something's going on, and you realize I'm not responding or I don't seem like I'm on the ball, it's probably because I'm so slammed with all these new releases that my head is just discombobulated. Yesterday, I forgot to call my freaking mom. Let me put that in perspective for you. I was supposed to call my mom. I've been calling her once a week to let her know how we're doing. I forgot, and then I found out that she got upset that I didn't call her. She thought that I blew her off. Like, oh, I didn't blow her off. I forgot. I fucking forgot. I had all this shit to do. I'm running around to do and get done, and it's just, you know, it's slipping my mind, okay? Now, one final thing. I know I keep saying that, and then there's another thing. This will be the final thing I'll say in the week in preview. Tomorrow, Monday, I already mentioned Monday, I'm either going to be doing my 3DS capture setup, or I'm going to be doing Tales of Exilia 2 in the morning. However, it's going to be later than usual. It's going to be a shorter first stream. And the reason is because I've finally gotten all the documentation I need to get my car registered in the state of Washington. Yes, finally, the car dealership that blew off my phone calls for 2 weeks mailed me the request form to get a copy of the title of my car to send it to the office here in Renton. And I have my driver's license now, and I have the registration copy. I have everything I need to go get this freaking car registered. So I'm going to try to do that tomorrow morning before first stream. I can't promise you when this first stream is going to start. It all depends on how busy they are, how backed up they are, and how quickly I can get that done. I'm hoping I can get it done. But let's see what happens. If that is like the last real thing besides my healthcare, which unfortunately is still up in limbo because the healthcare in Washington State sucks ass. The website's a piece of shit. The staff don't know jack shit. And now I'm stuck waiting for a letter from my old insurance company telling me that the insurance is canceled to even submit for new stuff. It's a mess. You guys don't need to know the bloody details about that. But tomorrow I'm going to be trying to get that done before I start streaming. I will keep you abreast of the situation. I know people get all aflutter when I say abreast. I will keep you abreast of the situation on Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. I'll let you know, gee, we're there, it's done, or whatever. Oh, the package arrived, my 3DS capture's here, etc., 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 so you know exactly what to expect in what order tomorrow, okay? Whew. That is it, everyone. I told you it was going to be a jam-packed week in preview. I mean, that's the most I think I've talked about doing in 1 week since I moved here to Washington by far. It's probably one of the most jam-packed, eventful weeks that I've ever had since I've done this because there's so much going on at once. So I thank you very much, everyone, again, for putting up with this boring summer where there weren't a lot of new releases and we were doing downtime stuff. We're back into the new releases. I'm very excited. I can't wait to check them out this week, and I hope that you'll join me here on stream or on YouTube, wherever you can tune into your leisure, okay? Thanks, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see you this week for brand new gameplay in the beginning of the hardcore gaming season of 2014. Peace out. See you then.